Hello, everybody, and welcome to the weekend collective reading. This is Fawny D, and I channel messages through cards. I also am a prolific dreamer, and I do a lot of astro traveling at night. I'm on my own journey, just like you are. We are all one, but yet we're divided by that special sparkle, special that special just spark. That's us. We each have a special spark. And we're supposed to do as good as we can, but we're also supposed to help our fellow man. Just give them some information and let them research it and look into it. There's not enough time to explain everything if they're not ready. And it's okay. We all go on our path. We all look at time and space and life a little different, but that's okay. And if you're getting these opinions that are really mean, spirited and things like that, it's just their opinion. It just shows you what type of a person that is. So don't worry about it. I mean, we're going to learn some things on our school, aren't we now? So we are going to do some good reading. I do always do a midnight meditation and I absorb the collective energy and it comes out in the cards. So I have all the cards ready. And we're going to get into the first part of the messages. We have the Soul Helper Oracle, and I like to start my readings with the Soul Helper Oracle because it just starts the reading and lets us know kind of where the reading is going. We got a number 28, which is a 10, and goes down to a 1. Have the courage to be free. Know that freedom begins where desire ends. See, sometimes our desire gets in the way of our freedom because we desire it constantly. Our mind's going on it. That's all we think about. And you're actually missing out on life. So we kind of have to remember that sometimes those thoughts in our mind are not real. It's not a reality. And if it is, it's a forced reality. So just be careful with that. What does freedom mean to you? Where do you think it lies? Do you think it can be found in money, power, recognition, or enlightenment? Freedom commences where desire ceases. Freedom exists only in the present. You cannot plan for it or save it in a freedom piggy bank. To make use of latter, live in the moment and live freely. Freedom is wherever you happen to be. Look around you and seek it out. Invite it in right now into a moment that is full of potential, including the chance of freedom. Be open to it and use that freedom sometimes to behave a little irrational or rashly, and perhaps increasingly often. Every now and then, it will give you the courage to pick yourself up and smile to yourself at the idea of acting responsible without wishing in any way to denigrate or disregard common sense. Since freedom is magnanimous. Okay, I'll get it together, I promise. And it threw me all off. Oh, okay. And can therefore accept everything with ease. When you are free in your own self, you are at one with life's purpose. You feel bound to nothing and to no one. It is only then that everything will flow through you freely, and that the perfect light of great potential will find its way to you unchangeably. To be free means to love everything without wishing to understand, without asking for meaning or reward. What will you do now? Hear your soul ask softly, what do you desire? And when you have found your answer, be sure to act upon it and learn that freedom can only be found on the path of truth. Your helpers for the next 21 days, the power animals, the lynx, the herbal essence oil is silver fir, the healing crystal is Apache tear, and the number is 1. Uh, yeah, and we have to remember that. That was a perfect explanation for that. Because if we keep desiring, we'll miss the break that we get. We have to, if we're desiring something, you got to find out why. Number one tells you that you are a magician priestess and that now and then you require solitude in order to fully develop the capabilities within you. You need solitude now, in particular, in order to receive your visions from a spiritual teacher clearly and without compromise. Number one promises success and a deep bond of the heart. It will teach you to feel the moment of creation within you. That's beautiful too. Perceive yourself as a spiritual being. Its energy field is the beginning, the absolute being, and the sum of all possibilities, the pure spirit of the subtle world. That is perfect. And now she's got just, I love how these pictures go because she's got a beautiful golden dress. You think that she wouldn't be swinging in nature, but she is, wrapped around all the trees, soaking in the earth with her bare feet, grounded and just feeling free. I mean, could you imagine? We have always been under somebody's thumb. And when we're free, we actually have the freedom to choose what we want to deal with and what it means to us. So, as we're going through this time in our life, walking through and looking at the past and the future, and the present, we have to ask ourselves, why is it now that we are being shown another way when we've all been going with the King James version of the Bible or the religious person's form of the Bible or something outside of us when it's always been within. Even on the Wizard of Oz, the Good Witch said to Dorothy, you've always had the power, my dear. We always did have the power, and we don't think because we've been so indoctrinated and programmed that we can't see that we're powerful. Because everybody tries to stop that part of you. And I see where people are still getting upset, they're still getting in fights and this and that. And I anymore just walk away from anything like that. It's not even worth my time or energy. We've been putting our energy where it's not returning anything. We got to remember, we got to put the energy towards us, to critique us, to work on us. And somebody said something the other day, I don't know if it was my husband or somebody, and they said, well, if we're never going to die, which we aren't, our soul goes on, our body dies. How are they going to do that? I don't ask questions. I just know it's going to happen. Someday it will happen. My soul will decide to get out of this avatar and go somewhere else because we have a mission. And sometimes we try to figure out what that mission is and we get little pieces of it, but it's actually a giant puzzle. And each time we find a piece, it kind of makes us question ourselves. And that's what it's trying to do. It's trying to take away the pieces of your puzzle that you find and give you a different thing to look at. And that different thing to look at is kind of angry, cranky, and sad. So I think we have to look at the positive. Now I'm going to go to the messenger oracle because spirit is screaming messenger oracle, and this come out, stay strong. And when I see the dragon, when you see a dragon, you think of what everybody thinks is, oh, that's just make believe, that's just fantasy. I don't think so. I think there was some things way back when that very unexplainable, and you never know. I mean, we've just poo-pooed everything in our world because we listen to manifested books and stuff. I mean, you've got to be careful with that. Life will present you with many trials. Life will bring you times of joy, but also times of suffering. Like the weather, it can be unpredictable, harsh, and cruel. But you can endure all that comes now. When to resist and know when to let go. Know that sometimes you will lose, but that loss can make you stronger at the core. Stay strong with hope and faith. You can endure all. I love that because it's it's showing you something different. We always do all these different things. It's showing you that it's cold right here, but then it turns to green. So the blue is really cold, but it looks like that the green is overpowering and it's turning back into the earth. It's reliving and remembering who we once were. Remember, remember, that's what we're doing, remembering. And the next card came is wash away your burdens. And staying strong helps us listen to the masculine creator and become the masculine strength. But the wash away your burdens is like you have to. I mean, if you're holding too much in, you need to wash them away. And the water is a perfect place to do that, to meditate in or whatever. As you have moved through life, you have undoubtedly experienced moments that have inspired feelings of regret, remorse, shame, and guilt. You have made promises you have not been able to keep. You have judged and blamed yourself and others. You have burdened yourself with feelings both born of acts that cannot be undone, which still bind you to the past. It is time to forgive. It is time to lie down in the healing waters and let them wash away your burdens so you can move forward with spiritual spirit cleanse. Yeah, that is a perfect card to come up with the be strong because when we learn how to wash away the burden, walk through the dark night of the soul and release a lot of that, we will realize that we have been creating that binding. We have done that to ourselves by listening to all the outside noise when we should have always been inside. And our conscious self is trying, it's like it's screaming to get out because we know something and we're never going to let it go. It won't go back to the same. We know that they've been manipulating us for many, many, many years. And I did see something on the state fairs again, and I still think there was something up with that. When the state fairs came in, they built like it took a long time to build these places like a city. I mean, it was literally not put up like a cheap fair. It was basically rebuilding the city, doing their state fair for a while. They had incubator babies, Cabbage Patch babies, all kinds of babies. And where were the parents? Um, I seen this machine the other day, and right now they have basically bellies, like in like a bed like type thing, and the bellies have babies growing in them. They've been doing a lot of really weird things over the years. So don't put anything out. They can't hide anymore. We can't let it hide anymore. We have to take back our power. Seek your destiny. I love this one because the cat is showing you that it's okay. I'm going into the unknown, but I can still see you. I'm still here. But you should go into the unknown to find out the lost learnings that we're supposed to learn. You have purpose and reason for being. You could have one or even several destinies. Are you afraid to believe in destiny because others may laugh? Don't be. It could be as simple as taking a moment to look within and discover those things that you love most passionately and to bring them out into the light. But you will never know if you are afraid to step through the doorway and see what's on the other side. Trust that everything you hoped and dreamed of will be there waiting for you. I'm starting to realize that we can do a lot more than we think we can because we've been lied to for a very, very long time. So right now, and that is this is a great message. Right now, we should feel no fear, be strong, and we need to wash away those burdens. We don't want to take those burdens into the future with us. So if you have a lot of burdens and a lot of things that you regret and things that you've done, just start a diary, start a journal, release it all, let it go, put it in the journal and say it was a mistake and I release it with love and don't go back there. Don't redo it. We can do that because we do have a destiny, but we've been confused about it. And a lot of us are scared of the unknown. And that is what this is showing. This feline is telling you that it's okay. Look it, I'm still alive. I'm halfway in and halfway out. And that's what we are, halfway in and halfway out. Those were good meanings. I really like that. Now, we had some interesting cards. That Mystic Forest Oracle that I got. Whatever you wish, when you lessen the importance of problems and suffering, life will swing back into balance. Stop the struggling and feel peace. The world responds to you. And basically, she's sitting in nature. She's in her underwear and bra. She doesn't even care. She is at peace right now, and she's got to be. Because she doesn't want to take, like I said, she doesn't want to take these burdens into the future. So she's got to release them. And we got embodiment. Now is the time to make your mark in the world. You decide what feels right to you, embody your leadership power, and create your world out of your deepest desires. We have to release our desires, but we have it there. We don't we got to be careful with desires. If it's an evil desire, you don't even want it in the first place. But if it's a beautiful desire, we're allowed to have desires, but we've got to remember there's other things going on in our world that we have to pay attention to. Our desire will come. Energetic pull. A true master knows that you create through your actions. Do not hesitate when you feel the energy pulling you. Follow it fearlessly and move worlds. That reminds me of this one. Through your actions, do not hesitate when you feel the energy pulling you. Follow it fearless and move worlds. Follow it fearless. The feline's showing you, don't be afraid. And she is showing you, don't be afraid. Hey, those were really good messages for the collective because basically that kind of stuff has been downloading in right now because we have to release all that baggage in the past that we're hanging on to. Okay, let's see what else we got. We got the Magic Spirit Oracle, and they wanted to come out and play. Growing pains, healing, patience, unconscious. I trust in the process of my healing. And this is a number 19, which goes into a 20, which is a 2, or 10, excuse me, it's a 1. The healer, the garden that tends itself, the therapist, you seek to be an awakened one in your family. This isn't always easy, as it involves taking on a large responsibility and role in your lineage. You are seeking something more fulfilling, truthful, and of the heart. This requires patience with your psyche and security within your soul. By living intentionally and choosing to be conscious of the choices you make, you are activating transformation at a DNA level. This can be felt at a collective consciousness level as well. This is powerful work. Your ancestors are so proud to have passed the torch down to you. You have done as much already, far more than you know. Pulling the growing pains card invites you to employ more patience with yourself on your healing journey. You are unlearning and undoing generations of toxic patterns and beliefs. This will naturally be challenging, uncomfortable, and even painful at times. This is why they are called growing pains. They are a necessary part of healing. This card also wants to remind you that you were chosen for this path, that your soul chose this mission of healing for you. This is your intuition. This is what walking through the fire looks like, so you may reach that peaceful, abundant valley. Be proud of yourself and continue to do your best as you find your way. Celebrate small victories, like when you set boundaries, or are less reactive, or break a toxic trait, or don't repeat the poison of the past. This is the work, and you have accepted your mission, whether you realize it or not. Get your journal and write out the small or big ways in which you have already healed yourself. Give yourself the recognition you deserve. Love yourself for all the times you choose to do better, even when nobody was watching or patting you on the back, or even when your family or friends don't see all that you have overcome. Instead, see yourself. You are a chosen healer. That's beautiful because I have been practicing energy healing for quite a while now. I enjoy it. Somewhat working in some of my life and things I'm doing. So we'll see. We all definitely have a mission. Okay, now we got the Wishcraft Oracle. You are the magic. And we had a 22 come up. Oh, and by the way, today was 5/17 of 2025, 22. And that's when this was done. Okay. Candle magic every day, things get better. 22 is a master number also. It doubles in energy. Okay, got to get on candle time here. Lost my page. Okay. Candle magic wants to hide from us. It says, don't do it. There it is. Not doing where the number is. All right, candle magic every day. Things get better. Make sure you get permission to light any candles you create and make sure you never leave them unattended. Think about what you wish for and draw a symbol of this with a permanent marker, or carefully carve it into the wax of your favorite colored candle with a toothpick. Hold the candle in both hands and the ends furthest from the flame and say, as this candle burns, my wish becomes true. Ooh, I kind of like that. I thought that would be nice to do with your spouses or your kids or something. I think certain things are pretty good. Just be careful with that's we don't want to go crazy with that. So let's see what we got here. Okay, we're going to go to the Starseed Oracle, and we had a couple of nice messages here, and I really believe that it's pretty much happening right now. Deep cellular healing, Arcturus energy, physical and emotional healing. Your body knows how to heal. Healing is your natural state. Physical and emotional disharmony can be a reflection of how the world, inner and outer, has been out of alignment. If you're suffering from a mystery or chronic illness, don't allow yourself to think you've done something wrong. Today, it's difficult to navigate our health. If this card has made it your way, you're being called to focus on your healing and practice practical ways. to prioritize your health, to be kind and tender to your miraculous body, to give yourself the grounding and care you need, to put your body first, to nourish yourself as you would a newborn baby, to treat yourself with tender care. You may be called to switch things up with your body or your emotional well being, to call in a team of helpers to support you in navigating any challenges you may be experiencing emotionally. The Arcturians are a galactic group of beings who have mastered deep cellular and emotional healing. They want you to know that it's possible to feel vibrant in your body and well in your skin, to have your cells return to effectiveness and vitality, to find calmness and contentness, to have a soothed nervous system and a tranquil heart. Place this card in the portal of your heart and whisper the following: I take back my vitality and energy and feel more and more healthy each and every day. My body knows how to heal. My body knows how to heal. So yeah, I would say that Creator would not give us a body that we couldn't heal with, especially in this world right now. Okay, Earth School, life lessons, soul growth, study, higher learning. You ready? Planet Earth is a great initiation for the soul, and life lessons are the curriculum for which we enroll. These aren't one-time lessons, but themes we choose to circle around, deepening our experience of them as we make our way through the spiral of life. Life lessons aren't only about getting it right, they're also about getting it wrong. Remembering that Earth is a planet of polarity helps with this understanding. Each year, the study deepens more and more. If you pull this card while you're going through a difficult time, you're being prompted to remember that your soul came here to grow and learn. Try not to look at different times as getting it wrong. Instead, see them as opportunities for soul growth. If you can find a way to grow and soften your heart through the highs and lows, your soul is mostly definitely growing, which is the whole point. Pulling this card can also mean that you are being called to embark on a new area of study or growth. This could be through structure learning, such as university school or a training course. If you've had difficulties in a relationship, you're being reminded that these are opportunities for soul growth. After all, relationships are known as the number one way that we grow as souls while we're here on earth. How are you being called to grow or learn? I'd ask that question. Look at your life and look at what's going on with it, because we are in Earth School and we need to figure some of this stuff out before we go up to Mystery School. Mystery School is probably going to be really fun. Okay, now we still have a few cards over here. Okay, let go of control, number 27, which is 9. It's interesting that I see this bird cage. I had a dream. It was really a weird dream. I had a dream that I was walking in like a field and I seen a young boy and girl carrying a bird cage just like that, same design and everything, but they were catching butterflies in it. And I said, "What are you doing?" And they're like, "Well, we're catching butterflies." And I said, "Oh, okay." It was a little boy and a little girl, and that was the end of it. And I laid down beside something and passed out. It was just kind of weird, but it was like an old-fashioned cage. And we know that the white feathers, the dove, the carrier pigeon, or whatever it is the angel calling card, the white feathers. Let go of control. If you have picked this card, chances are you are holding on to control in a certain area of your life. We usually do this because we think we are protecting ourselves or fear that might happen. If we let go, but this is your chance to be brave and release control. Often it is the false delusion that we have control in the first place that stops us from moving forward. You may be limiting yourself by staying stuck in familiar territory rather than release into the ultimate unknown. Be brave enough to jump in, let go. What if just the other side of control is freedom? You might be controlled an emotion or fear that if you felt it, you might get stuck in it. Whereas the truth is if you allow yourself to feel, the emotion would release. You might be feeling like you need to hold everything or everyone together in your life in case you fall into chaos. When really, by feeling the fear, you will notice that you feel much calmer and clearer. Be brave and let go. How do you let go? Close your eyes and take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Ask yourself the question, where am I holding on to control? Listen to the response from your body. Notice where you're physically holding control and what the sensation of controls are. Take a full body shake. Stand up and shake your legs, feet, arms, and hands to allow the body to physically let go. Say out loud, I let go of control and trust in the unknown. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. That's kind of why we got this card back here with Pat. I kept feeling that it's like the cat was going into the unknown. Like, look at me, I'm okay, I'm still alive in the unknown. So that made a lot of sense. And we do have to let go of any control that is going on right now in our lives. Now, we did get, now the source is telling me to don't go there yet. Okay. We have a few more over here, but I want to get into okay, we'll go ahead and read this one. This is the Divine Master, and it's Hathor, light activation, acceleration, brilliance, stand in your light. Hathor, also known as Hethra, is the cow goddess of ancient Egyptian and the solar goddess who is strongly connected to the sky and fertility. Hathor worship dates back to the third millennium BC. Hathor is easily recognized for the wears a sun disk on her head, held in place by two horns related to the cow and to wisdom. She is also wildly representative as a human-like being with a pair of cow ears, which is what the image in the deck is based on. Hetera means from the house of Horus, and it has become accepted that Hathor is the divine consort of the hawk-head deity Horus. This connection gives her cosmic energy and a link to the stars, star beings, and star potential. It is also believed that she is likely the daughter of the sun and therefore carries the infinitive light of the sun. In modern spirituality, Hathor is the face of a divine race known as the Hathors, enlightened beings from the stars who are helping people on earth reach their highest potential. I like that. I like that a lot. We are trying to reach our highest potential. And we got one more in Divine Master. We got Michael and Faith, spiritual calling, divine protection, breakthrough moment. Archangel Michael and faith. Archangel Michael is one of the best known and most trusted angels across the cosmos. He is the leader of God's protection legion of angels and works tirelessly to guard all those who call on him for protection from lower vibrational forces and negativity. Archangel Faith is his twin flame. As her name suggests, this powerful feminine archangel helps us move into a deeper state of faith and trust, both in our higher power and in the goodness that runs through humanity's itself. Both of their angelic beings can create a powerful force field around you so that you can feel safe to be yourself and maybe reveal some of the tender aspects of yourself and your spiritual talents. For the most part, Michael and Faith are with every light worker that walks the planet, and just by thinking of them, we invoke their protection. The universe needs you. Where you are now is where you are most needed. Consider yourself strategically placed, even if where you are is less than ideal. Know that there is an opportunity there to align with purpose and meaning. If you are experiencing a dark cloud of uncertainty or fear, call in Michael and Faith to light the way. If you have been asking to be shown your life purpose, know that when you are right, know and what you are facing will help you be of greater service. Your life is destined to be aligned to spirituality and higher purpose. And this particular challenge is actually the moment when you break through into a greater understanding of who you truly are and why are you here at the specific time. I love that message because sometimes we wonder why we're here. Why are we here? Why are they putting us through this? And it's just crazy. So, yeah. Okay. We got one couple more cards for the end, but I'm going to concentrate now on the oracle reading and the tarot reading. Okay. Now we got Enchanted Map. And the first card that we got was the Dragon's Lair, 19, which is a 10, goes to 1. And this looks interesting. You are always protected and divinely directed. You have a remarkable internal warning system that lets you know when things are out of alignment. You're about to enter dangerous territory, so tread carefully and be aware of your surroundings. The path you're on now is one that will challenge you to the core. That said, Pearl is also excellent and exhilarating. Like the danger you feel before you enter a new relationship, knowing that you'll be challenged and changed forever. A life living fully isn't lived only in safety. A new experience is calling to you, one that will test your courage. The choice is yours, but there is greater value in risk taken than remaining unchallenged. New territories are waiting to be discovered. It looks like, to me, it feels like with this that somebody is worried about something. They're in the switch. They're like holding back. And with the clarity card, we'll get more information on it. Okay, we got reversed 8 of Pentacles. Is the clarifier card for that. it's reversed. So it would look like this, but I'm going to keep it like this. Lack of quality, rush job, bad reputation, lack of motivation, mediocrity, laziness, low skill, dead end job. Your impatience and desire to take the easy way out can create an unethical situation of work, as well as a lack of reward. Perhaps you are not satisfied with your job or you are completely deprived of it at the moment. Careless about finances, overspending. The Eight of Pentacles reversed also signifies that the asker needs to take a break and rest. They might be too fixated on their career and finances to the detriment of other areas in their life, including their spiritual connection. Yeah, be careful with that. When it said that spiritual connection, I I felt like they were frozen in time. Like the spiritual connection can't be because there's so many spiritual connections and they're indoctrinated. So when people feel like something scary around them, they're freezing up. They're staying in, looking out the window, and they're safe. It's their safe place. So that's what I'm feeling. Just like yeah, somebody just doesn't want to accept this. See, he's watering in this one, he's watering his flowers. But if we put it upside down, yeah, I'm not feeling uh yeah, that makes really sense. Somebody is like freezing up and going into hermit mode. And this part right here, it's just not a good scenario. So I would suggest if you are in that scenario to do some uh, meditation and observe, be quiet for a while, find your quiet place and listen from within. You'll get the answers. It is scary. It is a scary time for people. We don't know what's going on. It's all new to us. And we get a number 24, and I thought that was weird because that one card we were reading, it said stuck in the mud. And this is a 24, it's a 6, and it's stuck in the mud. You're being invited to stop and savor the wonder of your life. Become stuck in is sometimes the only way to trick yourself into slowing down and looking around you. In fact, this is a sign that you need to shift your focus away from what you're doing and place your attention elsewhere. Struggling will only get you to even muddier places. Now is not the time to move forward, but to observe. Clarity about your circumstances will come a little later. Stop and find the joy in what you've been overlooking. Soon you'll be out of the mud, but for now, be still and know that Spirit has a plan for you. See, so every time that he moves around in the mud, he can't get out. He's sinking further. Yeah, and I had just said this. It feels like somebody is isolating themselves and stuck in the mud because they're not sure which way to go. They've been indoctrinated one way and they're seeing other ways. So it's that feeling of those cards is somebody that's not, they're seeing it, but they're not feeling the experience. They don't understand it. And I get that. A lot of us don't. 24. Now, 24 was an interesting one because we did get a reverse card and get the sun in reverse. That's the stuck in the mud. And it is a number 19, which is a 10, one or 10. Okay, so we are blocked happiness, excessive enthusiasm, pessimism, unrealistic expectations, and conceitedness. In the reverse position, this card indicates that you might have significant difficulties finding positive aspects to certain situations. Overly optimistic about finances, hardship are only temporary. On the other hand, it might indicate that you are being unrealistic. It could be a sign that you have an overly optimistic perception of certain situations. That almost sounds like me because I try to be positive in any situation, but sometimes it's just, yeah, it doesn't work. Not all the time it doesn't work. And this is the Sun card, which is a beautiful card. It almost looks like, yeah, she's looking up at the sun when it's reversed like this. So that's kind of interesting. Okay. Now we got one more, and it is 36, which is a 9. It's commitment. A true commitment is a responsibility of the heart, mind, body, and soul. This is a good time to make one. Partnerships formed at this time are harmonious and powerful. The commitment card also indicates the natural evolution of a relationship from its inception to a literal or a metaphorical marriage. At the very least, there is a promise of fulfillment in some form. However, you must be conscious of what you're committing to. Be clear about the nature of your commitment and your responsibility to it. Others are more willing to enter into a partnership at this time. Remember that your partnership with spirit and the highest version of your own self will engage the highest self in another. That, yeah, when you get into a relationship, there is a commitment. There's a come together moment. Okay, and we got one more, the clarifier, and this is 7, and it is the chariot. Fast movement. Okay. Success, ambition, determination, willpower, control, self-discipline, focus. The chariot tarot card is all about overcoming challenges and gaining victory through maintaining control of your surroundings. This perfect control and confidence allows the choice charioteer to emerge victorious in any situation. You will be able to stay on the chosen path if your decision is firm. Your strategy should be to move forward decisively and have a clearly defined goal. Commitment. Have that clearly defined goal in the commitments. Don't be stuck in the mud. The dragon's lair, you're kind of cold at this point. I think it's going to work out, but there is some little warning signs there. Somebody doesn't realize how blessed they really are, and a lot of us are. And we got to reach in and say, "Yep, I'm blessed." It's amazing. First card. Now we're going to go to the Dreams of Gaia. The Dreams of Gaia had a couple cards that it wanted to pull out on us, so I went with it. We got a 21. That's a 3. It's a divine message. Perception. Perception. The perception card in the present position invites you to alter your perception by changing your perspective. To do so, try this exercise. Sit for a moment in a familiar space. Find an object and then focus your attention upon it. The more you focus, the more everything around the object will seem to blur and becomes less defined. Only the object that sits nearby. This is hmm, hmm. So they're wanting, yeah, the focus. That is true because I was just thinking, it's kind of off in my own little world for a minute. Um, when I focus on stuff now, like when I'm in meditation, when I'm focusing on stuff, everything becomes blurry. And that means that I am going into another time and space at that point, kind of looking at everything and making decisions about it. And I just kind of went blank on it. And I'm thinking, what does that remind me of? A lot. I'm going to have to meditate on that one tonight. As you look at the subject of your attention, you will notice small details. Make note of those details. Try to remember them all if you can. Now move, now move to a different position in the room and focus your attention on the same subject. Is what you see exactly the same as what you initially saw, or have the details changed? More than likely, the subject of your attention looks quite different from the new angle. It is also interesting to note how many details you remember from the initial perspective. How much of what you recall is accurate? Do you remember all of the details or only a few? This is just an example of how, when you change your perspective, everything changes. Details, memories, people, past experiences, current situations. Once you regard the subject of your focus from a different perspective, your perception also changes. When you shift your perspective, you will see something new that offers more information or brings you initially perceived and remembered and not an accurate as you believed. In addition to inviting you to change your perspectives, the perception card in the present also signifies a need to determine whether you are creating your reality or whether you are allowing others to shape it for you. Both can be problematic if you are not mindful and aware. The media, for example, distorts almost everything. What's normal and what's not, what's beautiful and what's not, what new discoveries, political and current events, and even history. What's offered by the media is done so from a limited perspective, and not everything you see is the truth. In fact, much of it completely fabricated, designed to influence you to believe what they tell you. A little bit of truth is hidden within the lies so that we will focus upon that thread of truth. Believe in the truth, and then by association, believe everything else that is offered alongside. Yet we can sometimes do the same with our own personal perception. Expand upon it. Sometimes, if there is a wealth of information to call upon, our perspective is truthful, but at other times it is an illusion. I really think that's an interesting card. Okay, now we got a, okay then. We got a two of wands. I just bypassed it. Hmm. Visions. The two of wands is visions. The two highlight romance and partnership. So you may meet a new partner or hook up with another like-minded soul to pursue new projects in or out of workplaces. This meeting of minds will bring you rewards as you broaden your horizon and see just what you could achieve in education. You find the right course or teacher to inspire you, to hone your skills or nurture your interests. Look for those around you who share your vision. Work together for great results. Yeah, that's a good one. I mean, really, we've got the vision with the perception. Now it said look at one angle and then go to another angle and look at it. That's pretty cool. Okay, now we have the other card. Oh, there it is. I knew there was another card. We got the healer. We got a number 11 and it's healing. To be human is to be wounded. A time to connect body, mind, spirit, and soul. Let go of definitions and labels, nurturing passions and seek pleasure. Authenticity, honesty, and laughter. Find the source of dis-ease and distress. You need to forgive. Do what's necessary to increase well-being. Do not dwell on the unchangeable past. Shift your attention. Do not allow your pain to hurt others. Seek treatment. Do not be afraid. This is healing, release, purification, forgiveness, transformation, and infection. We have to go within. All of our healing is pretty much going within. And he's ready to help, like the healing in your mind, your body, and spirit. So let's see what we got here. Now, on that one, we got the Six of Pentacles, generosity. Healing would be like a generosity. I like that. You received a gift, which may be money or another token of love, friendship, or support. This is a feel-good money. If you're the recipient, you will get generally grateful. Equally, you may be the one donating. You will feel genuinely grateful. Equally, you may be the one donating time, effort, or money, and you do this with thought and sensitivity. Whether you are giving to an individual, such as a friend who is struggling, or to an organization such as a favorite charity, receive any gift with thanks and grace. And if you are giving to others, enjoy it. Giving is its own reward. Yeah, I really like this reading for tonight. And with the next one, we got activity, Knight of Wands. There's no more waiting around when this night arrives, as every aspect of your life receiving a sudden energy boost, except a download of emails, messages, calls, decisions, offers, and opportunities. You can now make progress professionally at home and relationships, personal projects benefit from the dynamic influence too. An additional meaning of the card is travel and moving house. You'll find you are now able to move quickly. Choose which people, situation, or projects will benefit most from your efforts and attention. Stay grounded and you will make a great steps towards success. I agree with that. I think that is a good, okay, the activity was the clarifier for the Six of Water, which I kind of skipped. I forgot about her. She is the ideal of kindness and compassion. See all that is good and pure in humanity. Strive to be better, embrace healthy boundaries, accept that you will falter. Overcome obstacles with gentle determination. Do not meet aggression with aggression. Be kind and walk away. The Six of Water is the epitome of kindness and concern. Yeah, I feel that we needed this. We needed this a lot because we don't feel like somebody's being kind and helpful. We feel like kind of like the Dragon's Lair, I think it was, and that was an interesting card. I mean, everything was frozen on the outside. But then you got the girl was the free, and we got the art, we got the angels, and that's a good reading. Okay, we got two more. These were saved for last. Now we got a 37, which is a 10, which is a 1. Crystal Ascension. I am attuned to the universe, wisdom, and energy of the crystal kingdom. Ooh, that's beautiful. The crystal kingdom. Yeah, you got to get in tune with the things coming around. And we got a 42, which is a 6. And it says, Wheel of Fortune. I am guided by the cycles of life and live in complete harmony with them. I agree. This is polarity. This is positive and negative. This is light and dark. It's going in. An amazing celebration. It's just a total peace. It's the both of us, the positive and negative, that are balanced completely. One more. We have the Golden Future Oracle. Want to come out and play? And this is a 43 of 7 spiritual technology. Expand your imagination and share your visions. There's visions again. As soon as our planet is at peace and in harmony, we will be in conclusion with wise beings from the universe. The fifth dimensional consciousness on Earth will enable us to receive light and spiritual technology. Scientists throughout the world will share these discoveries and ideas with one another. And the people everywhere will cooperate for the highest good. Technology will jump shift into a higher paradigm. Plant material will be developed into robust, hard-wearing, flexible, ecological, and colorful substitutes for plastics. These will be utilized to make transport buildings, materials, and household goods. After 2050, every single thing will be biodegradable. We were just talking about this tonight, me and my husband. And I've already had the dream that I was in, I guess, my house in another dimension. Everything was clean, no tchotchkes, no books, no nothing. And I thought of like a piece of pizza, and it came to me. It just was there. And it said, you don't have to eat with your mouth. You can for old times. I'm like, or you can just think about it, and it'll absorb in your body all the vitamins and minerals. So that is what I had a dream about, and I ended up eating it with my mouth. But when I threw it in the garbage can, it just vanished. It was like it disintegrated it. It was a really weird dream, but I'm pretty sure that was the future we're going into. As soon as our planet is at peace and harmony, we will be in consultation with wise beings from the universe. The fifth dimensional consciousness on Earth will enable us to perceive light and spiritual technology. Scientists throughout the world will share these discoveries and ideas with one another, and people everywhere will cooperate for the highest good. Technology will jump shift into a higher paradigm. Plant materials will be developed into robust hand hard-wearing, flexible, ecological, and colorful substitutes for plastic. These will be utilized to make transport, building materials, and household goods after 2050. Every single thing will be biodegradable. I had to read that again because it's so much like the dream that I had. And it was interesting before my father passed away. He was sitting at the table with my stepmother, and he just had a piece of paper, and he pushes the piece of paper in front of her, and he says that's an apple, and we'll be able to look at something and it'll just appear, and he said it'll have all the vitamins and minerals for us to eat. So my father actually seen it, and I've seen it in my dreams, where technology gets so advanced that we don't get sick, that we live forever if we feel like it, or if we want to go to source and go, then if we're, long as we're, through our contract and done with what we need to do, by living in peace and harmony, we will earn downloads of glorious new spiritual technology. Lori Hilleroin, master of the fifth ray of science, technology, knowledge, wisdom, and truth, is Earth's representative on the Council of Saturn. Choose this card indicates that he is waiting to drop new ideas into your mind. These may be about crystals, higher truths, technology, or light. He may ask you to envision currently inconceivable possibilities for the future. The card calls on you to stay open and receptive to any impressions that come to you. Expand your imagination and encourage those around you, especially children, to express theirs. Then the seeds of the beautiful future can take root in your conscious and spread. When you tune into Lord Hilleron, he will guide you to bring new ideas forward to help humanity, the planet, and yourself. Remember to share any concepts you receive with others, for this is the fifth dimensional route to the new golden future. I can't wait. I also went over, I was looking through one of my notebooks, and I had a dream that my husband was standing beside the bed. And when I woke up, and he was real happy, and he had gold confetti that just came over me. So it was interesting. I think we're going to go to the gold standard. I know they're going to do a universal income. They're just throwing it around and playing with it and doing all kinds of stuff with it. But yeah, oh, yeah, I'm tired. So I hope everybody had a interesting reading for the collective, because I thought it was too. There's a lot of things we need to think about, and we should be in meditating and clearing our mind and knowing that we are all with the Creator now. Your personality and your ideas will start to change. You'll be the same pretty much, but you won't look at people the same way, especially people that are trying to badmouth you or do this or do that, like conspiracy theorist people. It's okay if they want to do that. That's perfectly fine. It's up to them. I don't care. None of us should care. It's their opinion, and they're allowed to have their opinion, but that doesn't mean it's true. So there you go. All right. Well, I'm gonna say I love everybody, and may every step in your journey be magical. You know what? Just be you.